weekend. This promises to be just as good for our viewers out there on Bar TV Sports. And you can see the two teams out there clapping each other off. Billy Coffey back in the green where he belongs, do you believe? And he's playing in the centres and he's playing some really good footy.
He's playing massive footy. He's a big boy, obviously, carries the ball well, solid in the fence. But I'm hoping we can run a few moves to get his feet planted, and we might run a few things at Billy today, I reckon.
Keegan Stafford coming into the side as well. He's an underrated outside centre for this Merewether Carlton line. Very hard, strong running outside back. It's going to be interesting against Keogh from the Two Blues, who has been impressive this year.
Yeah, he's been massive for us. He's been so good. And the bloke outside him, Chase Hicks, he's scores tries for fun. The two of them this year there.
Yeah, he took a while to warm to the outside centre position, didn't he? And he's certainly made it his own.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. He's frightening how good he is. He's got spiders on him most weeks.
Well, he was on the Waratahs radar as a youngster. He could have gone down there and played in the 20s, super 20s down there, but chose not to. Chose to stick with Waratah and play in second division.
I don't doubt that. He's a freak. He's still so raw though. His talent. He's an interesting guy.
How old is he? Is he 23, 24?
I don't know. He's probably early 20s. He's but just so raw still. Just what he can do, you shake your head and go, how did that happen? But yeah, he's an interesting guy to coach just because he's so raw.
Yeah, certainly. As you mentioned, these props, Billy Dunn, hooker as well. The line-out's going to be a big thing. The Wanderers very well drilled at the set piece, and it's one of the reasons why, again, they've been so strong this year. Merewether Carlton, they fixed their line-out over the last few weeks, but it is still a bit of a worrying part of their game.
It'll be interesting. We've got Blair Rush throwing again today. We don't actually have a recognised hooker playing, so we've gone with a bigger front row. Davey Waller's playing too, but Blair Rush will be throwing the ball into the line-out, so it's worked for us so far, but hopefully it goes all right today again.
And Milton and Cade, they come into this Greens pack as well. They'll add a bit around the field as well. Very fit young players, very fit pack for, I guess, both packs. The Wanderers pack, that little bit older than the Merewether pack, though. In these conditions, in the heat out there, I'd rather be up here.
Too true.
Just waiting for the two sides to come out here. Both teams playing mind games.
Yeah, I think young Luke Simmons is running out with his young son, Henry Simmons. Here he goes now, I think.
Well, here he comes, Simmons, playing in his 150th first grade game here today. And I noticed all the posters in the corridor downstairs, and here he comes. Out with his young bloke, Henry. He's a whippet. How old is he?
I actually don't. I think he's only 2 years old. What a legend.
He fills out a jersey better than Luke.
He does.
And here comes Ben Ham, leading his side out. It's a big honour to play 21st grade games, let alone 150. Shows a good sign of durability. He's lost a bit of pace over the last few years, but he's certainly made up, as we said before, with that game management side of his game.
First grade games, Gareth? How many? Do you know? Yeah?
No, I didn't count. Probably about 60. 60 and a whole heap of benders. Yeah. The benders got the better of me. Just waiting for this green side. We know their coaches will get them fired up, led by Mick Gill. Certainly knows how to deliver a rocket to his troops.
Yeah, he's a good competitor, Gilly.
The passion of Jode Roach and the cool, calm collectiveness of Trent Considine as they come out now, led by their captain, Jerome Wilson. Here for this round 13 Rams NHRU clash, brought to you by the Titan Group. Here as our major broadcast partner on Bar TV Sports. So back to the action now. Sam Rouse playing a fullback here. He's back in the 15 jersey. Just a late change to this squad here today. So it'll be Wanderers to kick off here, running left to right towards the good end of town. And Merewether Carlton will be running towards Market Town. So here we go, it's showtime here, round 13 in the Rams NHRU, letting the ball bounce there. Milton, poor pass along the ground, pressure immediately. Eddie Clifton coming into halfback today. Jerome Wilson with a lovely ball to Rouse. Rouse now up the field. He's got plenty of pace. Rouse over halfway. So the Greens immediately looking to throw the ball. Knocked on there by Clifton in the back of the breakdown, just trying to get too fast, too forward, too soon.
Interesting start. Great ball from Jerome Wilson.
Well, it looked like they were going to put themselves under a bit of pressure there, but Jerome Wilson with Sam Rouse running off his hit got the ball away, and they found about 50 metres up the field.
This will be very interesting, this first scrum. So you get some ascendancy.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Of course, different forward packs. Of course, Sever Rockabara didn't start for the Greens last time. Interesting. The 43-year-old, I think he is, still getting around, still looking amazing. If only we had his body. So just collapsing there. What was that for?
Boring in, Gareth. Every time I see anything in the scrum, boring in, sir, is the call.
Oh, well, I played there. I don't know what it is. But I was always guilty of it.
Guilty, exactly.
So Sam Rouse sets himself very deep here, positionally.
Yeah, it's interesting the backline shape of the Greens, actually. A lot of territory in that left corner, but I don't think we're going to kick. Luke Sherwood can't kick. So we're not kicking here, we're running.
There wasn't Forsey backs as kids.
No, I used to
run straight at you.
Oh, mate,
head down.
Exactly right. Both of them did. I knew I couldn't tackle.
Oh, good scrum by the Greens. Really
Huge
putting
scrum.
the pressure on. So they're here to play the Merewether Carlton side, coming off the back. Quick hands there. Keegan Stafford taking them over the 40. So Wanderers on the back foot early on as the ball comes out. That was Cade that time. Not making much ground, but setting it up nicely. Gee, Charlie Brown, he's got a lot of me about him, hasn't he? Out there.
I was only thinking the same thing myself, Gareth.
And Boris Johnson, as it comes out wide. Good contact there by the two Blues. Toby Waite is at the 10 here today. Good young player. Knows a little bit inexperienced. Sam Bright, incidentally, was in the warm-up out there. His hand's almost 100% coming back there. He gave it a little test run out there. Still not fit to play, though, so we might see him in the green again next week. So here's Blair Rush.
Yeah, Green's very dominant that first scrum. It'll be interesting to see how a set piece comes line at time.
That one comes off the back. Yeah, nice line out there by the two Blues. Sherwood flat ball out wide. Hicks getting around one.
He's
getting around another. Well, that's a very good palm, and as you said, very quick as well, isn't he? And he's put on a bit of size as well since he's been away.
Not only is he quick, he's very, very quick, but he's so strong as well in contact. That's a great ball.
Yeah, a little flick pass away. Blair Rush taking into contact. This is where Wanderers are dangerous when they play quick ball, inside ball. Goes to Wilson, finds it to Milton. Milton can't get... Oh, yes, he can. Oh, Rouse can't go with it. Good play by both sides. So where do you think the two sides can win it? They're obviously both trying to chance their arm early on here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think if we play our up-tempo game and get quick, what we talk about at training is 2 seconds ruck. So 2 second ruck, 2 second ruck. If we can play that game, it's hard to stop. But the Greens obviously throwing a lot of force in there. Sever's going to hurt that breakdown as well. So we'll see how we go.
So here comes another scrum.
Billy Coffey charging up. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Normally catch him on the sweep play. We're used to seeing him coming on the sweep play as a winger, but pretty much uses the battering ram as Sever Rockaboro. He meters. Takes them forward. Very good metres there, looking for the hand. That's a terrible option there as it pops out. We'll see another scrum.
Coach skill of that one. Good meters. All you need to do is recycle there, and he's thrown a silly ball.
Be interesting to see how this English front row for the Greens, how they handle these conditions. Not used to probably the 28-degree heat. It is out in the middle of the pitch there.
They were great that first scrum. It'll be interesting to see how we go this one here. Very interesting.
Yeah, especially attacking this scrum.
The Wanderers have got a backline play here. I think it's going to be 10 straight to 15.
Out the back, behind Keogh, with Hicks the option.
I think so, yeah. Either a flat ball to Hicks or out the back straight to Simmons. Merewether fending very narrow.
And it is a testament, I guess, to Luke Sherwood as well out there. He's notched up the games. Wasn't keen to play first grade this year, but I guess the competitiveness got him there.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say, he's done a good job this year, unfortunately. Usually a 9, played a bit of back row last year when he had to as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Fixed the gap today.
He's got a good body for a hooker, hasn't he?
He does.
That's a good scrum by the Greens. Again, a penalty to Wanderers, but
unlucky, yeah.
They know they're here today, the Greens.
Huge set-piece scrum again. It'll be a long day for this front row for the Blues. They don't pick their shit up.
Well, speaking to the Nelson Bay forward pack, who have got one of the better scrums in the competition, and they absolutely ambushed them a few weeks ago, the Greens, so...
Much improved from what I saw round 1, that's for sure.
Well, here's the line out. Here's Rush. They'll look for Ham. Ham goes along the ground. Sinclair George picks up, and the flag goes up. Yeah. Thought he might have got that in then. Unlucky.
Good pressure from the Greens, pretty sloppy from Wanderers again, so they've got to fix their set piece. Not looking good so far, and you can't play football if your set piece isn't functioning.
So here's Billy Dunn, the little engine that could. The little engine that could gets it in. That's a good throw off the top. It bounces. Eddie Clifton gets it. Billy Coffey takes the run, tries to bump a couple off, and the inside centre there, Keogh, comes in and cuts him off. Rouse off the side of the boot towards the touch line, and we'll find touch there as Simmons looks for the quick one, but it's a good kick chase in the end by the Greens. So positive footy coming from both sides, looking to attack from their own 20. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good get out from the Greens. One punch and then kick for touch. If you get over halfway anytime you're doing that when you're trying to get out of your own end, it's good footy.
That one didn't look particularly straight, but anyway, it's play on. Here comes Ben Ham. Ooh, a little jinking run there. Not used to seeing that in the Ben Ham arsenal, but he made a few metres as Batalina now takes them forward. He's been good for the two Blues over a number of years now. Batalina as Keogh bounces one off. Billy Coffey.
Huge.
That is going to be a big match-up all day because Keogh does not take a backward step, does he?
He's the hardest ball runner I've seen in Newcastle rugby for a long, long time. It takes some stopping, and Billy's up to it, and he enjoyed that. Look at him. He's grinning, loves it, wants another go.
Yeah, but this is good stuff by the Wanderers. They keep recycling the ball, keep their composure.
Give this, we've got numbers here. Go at the back.
In behind there.
No.
From Kevill.
It'll be disjointed. I thought they had numbers there. If they played at the back, if Kevy played at the back, we might have been right there. But anyway,
just
good pressure from the Greens.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. And being a fly half yourself, you know how important that is.
I scream, give me the ball. I know when I want it.
Of course, Luke playing 10 as well. Is it something you guys talk about? Do you give him any tips, or he just says go away?
Yeah, not really. He doesn't really listen to me. They never have, never will. I used to love giving both him and Nathan heaps of grief when they played 9 and threw a bad pass to me. They knew it. Yeah, they don't take any advice, though. Zero advice.
So here's another scrum. This time the Wanderers a little bit more alert. It's been good. Good solid scrum there again by the Greens, as now it comes out to Wait in behind.
It's good metres.
Sikiotis, I think it was. And Eddie Clifton
That's good pressure. The two centres there, good counter-rucking, both of them, after a good front foot ball from the Greens.
He's a very nippy halfback, Eddie Clifton, but if you can fold his game a little bit, he does take that extra step sometimes. So you'll have to watch that, especially if the Wanderers are going to pressure. That's Ireland down there. Of course, the Ireland brothers, Matt Ireland and Pat Ireland, Northern and Southern.
Nothing serious. I thought it was a shoulder, but he's all good. He's all good.
Both sides sucking in the water, sucking in the air.
Luke Shearer's actually getting some attention to her shoulder. Probably that first hit up from Billy Coffey. Good contact.
Hasn't suffered too many injuries either in his career. He's
so lucky. I think it's probably one of the reasons why he's played so many games. He's so durable. I don't know why. I'll get an injury every second week, and has had an injury in his life. So interesting.
It's got to have something to do with the body shape.
Must.
He's low to the ground. So Sinclair George has been a good find this year for the two Blues as well. He's halfback, about to feed the scrum. And that's a penalty. Just Greens going a little bit too quick there.
What was that?
Ready. I think the Greens are just getting on top of him, and the Wanderers are getting piggybacked up the ground.
Keep the crowd in it, you reckon, go?
Yeah, just keep the crowd amused. It's your 10-year anniversary. Nice touch finder there by Simmons. I was going to say Sherwood.
It is.
And you can see there Brown, the prop, having a chat to the referee.
He's telling him how to ref, wasn't he?
Telling him how to scrummage. That one goes out the back.
He's been a good find, this bloke as well, Alex.
Alexander Reid.
Very strong.
Here's Kevill again. Kevill gets
Kevin.
through one. This could be trouble. Tries to run over the opposition. Eddie Clifton, I think.
Quick ball now. Need quick ball to the left.
Yeah,
Will score.
Needs to go to the left.
Ball.
Here comes Sherwood. Sherwood with a pass to Keogh. Over the top. Bounces. Unlucky there. They needed to be quicker there, and they needed to be more decisive. Very flat. Sherwood now looking for options. Finds Keogh, who
bounces another.
winds up.
Hurt his shoulder on that one. That contact.
Here's Kevill again. Offloading to Rush. Marsh. Can he get around Milton? No, he can't. He's been well contained.
Good D from the Greens.
Here's Batalina. Get a bit of rush defence there.
They've still got numbers in here, the Blues. If they can move that ball.
Here comes Simmons. Nice little short
move the
ball.
This phase. Must move the ball. Luke Simmons screaming for the ball.
Looking for it to the left, and that's a penalty in front of the sticks.
Cynical. I think yellow card here. He's going this
Waller. Waller and Brown.
The bomb's going, I reckon.
Waller could almost be.
Looking at through my blue eye, I think 3 for the Greens might be getting the cheese here.
Bit of push and shove. Bit of heart. Looks like Matt Ireland's coming from the field. Yeah, he's done his shoulder. That's unfortunate there. He's been luckless with injuries over the last few years.
Yeah, big Nimmy ran pretty hard. He was solid contact. Good tackle in the end, but it's done him.
So I think they will take the points here, the two Blues. And that's a testament to the Greens' defence.
Yeah, scrambled well there. I think I will take 3.
Just having a little chat. So having a good chat out there, Wilson and Ham.
No one's going. He's just talking to the captains, I think. Or maybe someone is going.
He's going to call Eddie Clifton out.
Well, he did nothing.
I don't think Eddie Clifton was anywhere near it.
No.
Yellow card.
So I think he might have been the one that knocked the ball down, the professional foul possibly.
Is that what happened? I think
knocked it out of the halfback's hands. Wanderers had numbers.
Oh, was that
left.
what it was?
I think so.
Did not see that. In any case, Simmons should be easy money for him here. Have you got any idea how many points he's had in his career?
No idea. He could tell you that. He counts them every week, counts his games, his players' points. He knows every stat. He's got them all.
Well, he's won a few players, man of the matches as well. He's won a few with Bar TV, I know that.
He could tell you how many he's won.
The one-step kick, and easy as you like. So 3-0 the score to Wanderers, and now Merewether Carlton minus the halfback. Such an integral position as well. What do you do here?
I'm not sure. It'd be very interesting to see what they do. Whether they pull a 10 in or a winger into a 9. Obviously, the coaches will know what they're going to do. But it is so important.
I think their best option is probably Waite going in there. The fly half.
It does change things, though. You've got a 9 there for a reason. It's a very specialist position. Can disrupt things so badly.
Well, that's a good kick off there, Milton.
Big hit.
Putting the shot on as well. Tim Marsh cowering almost with this bullish Greens defence.
That's not good from the Blues. When you score points, all the momentum's with you. You need to take that ball, have a phase or two, and get the ball back down the other end. So the Greens will love that.
So here's Billy Dunn. Crucial throw here. And Waite is the man to go into halfback by the looks of things. I'd just pick and drive.
Yeah. Oh, good steal.
Yeah, great steal there by the two Blues. So Greens letting themselves down at the set piece.
Is that Kevel and the 6? Good friends,
Kevel
obviously.
and Cade.
Good nudge.
That one coming off the side of the boot. It's a good nudge, isn't it? Up to halfway.
Yeah. Great clearance. Got out of jail there, the Blues.
So can they get it right this time, the Greens? Billy Dunn. They've got numbers coming out of the line out, looking for the back.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, that was
missed it again.
Terrible option. Just took too long there, the Greens.
Well, they didn't know what was going on. They had a full line out and they pulled men out. I think it was a bit of a miscommunication. Billy Dunn obviously didn't know what the call was.
Here comes Reed, and the two Blues springing their step after that steal. Out the back to Simmons.
Numbers here.
Yeah, here's Chase Hicks. Oh, good fan.
He's
Here
so
he comes. 101. Chase Hicks. Oh, draws, passes, and Ashworth goes over.
Wanderers.
Lovely work by the two Blues.
It's interesting. Every time the Blues go to midfield, they seem to have numbers on that far side. If they can get quick ball, they should be able to danger the Greens all day.
I think you'll find as well the Greens winger defends behind the outside centre, so it just immediately creates that space, especially with the long ball that the Wanderers so good at as well with those second man and the sweeping plays.
Absolutely. You just saw Chase Hickson again, so strong, runs at the winger, throws him away, buys another 20 metres, draws and passes. Great play.
So 8-0 on the Street Property scoreboard. Of course, the band law replay you're seeing right now, and
interesting, you see Nick Croskill out there. He's a very, very experienced prop. He's their scrum coach, talking to Blair Rutch about what to do in that front row. Someone's obviously giving a bit of a schooling at the moment, so he's talking about technique.
Yeah, very good. About it. Very good scrummager in his day, Nick Croskill. At a time when the Wanderers and the two Blues weren't known for their forwards and their scrums.
Yeah, he was a dime a dozen back then. A good prop for the two Blues.
Back from Mudgee, he was living at. Was he running a pub out there, I believe?
I don't know. I think he was working in the mine somewhere. I'm not sure if he was running a pub. He was running a pub in Newcastle, which we used to have numerous good rockings at. Yeah, definitely drinking at a pub.
Which shall remain nameless. That one comes across. Oh, waved away. I thought it went over there.
Close, very close.
It's his bad side.
Yeah.
Good story about Simmons too. My usual co-commentator, Jared Ryan, in the first game against Maitland, had the double. Simmons.
He rolled the ball. Unbelievable. He hasn't lived that one down. He has not lived that one down yet. He still gets curry every week. I
saw him on the Thursday night, Jared, and he said, make sure you make mention of that for me.
How much do you owe him? What was
500.
500, Jesus.
It would have been a good. Would have been a good trip back to the Bay. Trust me. Oh, that's a lovely kick there by Wade. Look at the hang time.
Great
bouncing
nudge.
off the chest.
Nudge.
Wilson gets the ball. Waite scampers away. He's wrapped up though. And again, the Greens turnover on the kickoff.
So crucial. Every time you score points, the momentum's all with you. So to lose your possession straight off the kickoff, it just changes the game straight away. Not good from the Blues.
Sikiotis.
Oh, good counter up there from Badalina. Oh, interesting.
So interesting, with a man down, do you take the shot at goal?
You throw it over. 8-3, far better score. Chill
There's
a couple of minutes.
Good bit of niggle in this too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Not a niggler myself, Gareth.
No.
Lover, not a fighter. Big unit, that 3, isn't he?
He is big, isn't he? It is Boris Johnson.
Forshaw
Yeah, he's a cross between myself, Nathan Forshaw, and Boris Johnson. Crowd favourite too, Mark Sherwood.
Getting heckled left, right and centre here.
Don't engage the hecklers. Of course, owner of Active Finance and had the
You
business.
need some cash, Gareth? Anything?
I do.
Glass of water, can of Coke. I finance anything, everything,
Do you?
whatever you want. She's yours.
What a mad gambling habit. what about?
You're in. You're in.
So here's Waite. Waite comes in, strikes the ball, and
Interesting style, but
don't
very,
know
very
if that
successful.
went over.
No, I think it was all right. Very interesting style, though. Very front onto the
It
ball.
was almost a toe poke, wasn't it?
Was it John Schuster? The nice one?
Shoe.
Shoe.
Mow,
Man.
big mow.
Now, smell my finger.
So here comes Simmons. The Greens hit back. It's 8-3 here on the Street Property scoreboard. The ball allowed to bounce again. Comes back now for Waite. And Waite with a kick off the side of the boot. Probably not the best exit he could have hoped for, but gets them out of trouble anyway.
Yeah, the Blues won't mind that, kicking deep, and then they're obviously getting the ball back on the 30-metre line. That's not a bad result. The Greens would have wanted more. Interesting backline set up here from the Blues.
Off the top.
Not great line-out ball there. Good spoiling from the Greens.
Yeah, good run
meters,
there.
Nimi, so strong.
He's damaging, isn't he, Keogh, as it
strong.
comes out the back to Simmons. Flat ball now to Ashworth, who's come off the other wing, the try scorer.
Good carry.
Good bald head of hair too, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Now it comes to Sherwood to advance.
Again, they've got numbers here. Again, they've got numbers. If they can move the ball to
Milton's
space,
stuck
out
there
the back. Oh, Sherwood hog.
Maybe the little kick in behind was on there too. And they go back, Sinclair George. Oh, a little
Great
flick pass
hands,
out the
Dan
back.
Kevel.
That is unbelievable.
Here we go,
Kevel
we're away.
Inside
Nimi.
now.
Nimi.
Keogh. Up to the 5-metre line. They need quick ball, and they got numbers out wide again. Billy Coffey on Chase Hicks.
Two quick passes here, and they're away again.
Yeah, that was a terrible delivery there by Sinclair George, but it's a quick tap, and it's taken. Sherwood goes for the line.
Must be very close. Very close. Picking
Advantage being
played.
played.
Drives to go here.
Yeah, they got to pick a drive. You'd have to think. No, they go to the pass and they get under the ball there. The Greens or Brown
That's a good drive.
as they get over the line, but he's going to be held up there. So it'll be a scrum, and the Greens, you'd think, will have
Greens
to
did
attack
very
this
well,
scrum.
very well to hold on there, the Greens. Good defence.
Yeah, the defence on their line's been
Very, very strong.
nothing short of superb. It's the midfield stuff that's worrying them at the moment. They're making 20, 30 metres a carry midfield, and
And that's that front foot ball that allows them to get on the outside of the Greens to second and third phase.
so tap taken. The advantage was
Interesting.
played. Flat ball. Here's
Great try.
Cavill goes over for a try.
Pierce
the big
Morrell.
arm goes out.
Pierce Morrell, one of the pommies.
Oh, was it Pierce Morrell, was it?
Very, very good ball carrier. Very rangy. He's thrown
That
the
arm
big mid
came
out.
out, didn't it?
Yeah. Very Dan Cavill-esque.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Piers Morrell as well. He's been in first grade for most of the year. Where's he come from?
He's a Pom. He came over and was playing out in Barraba. A guy, one of the old boys of the club, was or knew him out there and said, "You need to get this bloke to Newcastle. He's too good for out here. Bring him across." And so we found him a job, and he came out here. We've got a few Barraba boys out here as well, so there's a bit of a connection there. Came across. He's been amazing this year. His ball carrying is just
Who
tremendous.
else from Barraba's come to the two Blues?
Danny Murch.
Danny
who's
Murch
now
was, he's a uni guy.
green uni man. And Cal Groth was the original.
Cal Groth was the other one.
legend.
Yeah, that's right. And is Cal Groth, is he still in town, or is he?
Mate, he is. Obviously, the melon's not working
that's
for him
right.
these days. Too many hits to the head.
Yep.
He has a role, actually, with first grade. He's running water out there, actually, today.
Oh, there you go. Was a very good first grade player.
Great player. Yeah.
Good
Big
strong
boy. Big puppy.
Yeah, good strong hard runner. Him and Ben Ham, very similar players.
True.
So here's Simmons, 13-3 the score. 15 minutes to go in the first half.
The Blues probably needed that try. I think if the Greens held on there without with a man down, would have been pretty demoralising for the Blues, and they could have dropped the bundle a bit.
Yeah, so the 2 tries with the man down. Eddie Clifton back on the field now. So they've made the most of it on the Street Property scoreboard. It's 15 points to 3.
Just having a look at the wind. Is there much wind? There's not. I don't think
There's
it's
no
favouring
wind.
anyone, is it really? Nothing.
Lovely high kick again. It comes down
That's
and
a
over
great
top.
kick-off by the
Ooh.
Greens. It's 2 great kick-offs in a trot.
Yeah, well, it's 3 in a row they've turned over off the kick-off if you count the player going out
So
as well.
important. It's like another set piece, really.
And then the Wanderers just seem a little bit keener at the breakdown as well, so it will go the way of Merewether Carlton this time, but they do have to be a little bit more on their toes, I think.
Yeah, very eager at the ruck. Great counter-rucking from the Blues so far. But Merewether, their restarts are unreal.
Yeah, just the hang time he's getting.
They're so good.
It's probably the best kick-off display I've seen all season in the last 6 years.
6 years. Interesting. 7 or 4.
Since I think I've been doing this for 6 years.
Abs.
I think I've been doing this for about 6 years.
Very accurate and plenty of hang time, you're right.
So Clifton with the ball. The Greens. They need to attack. Wait. Clifton loses his footing there. He's done that a couple of times today. Yeah, behind to Billy Coffey. Billy Coffey
Good meters,
breaking
Billy.
the tackle.
Very
Of
good
course,
meters.
played some time here as well. And Rockabora goes down that short side.
Good meters as well. The Blues
Yeah.
on the back foot here.
Finds
Good
about
carries from
10
the
there.
Greens.
On the ground, not the best delivery there by Clifton. Bounces away and they lose a bit of ground there, the Greens, and a little bit of momentum with it. Billy Coffey, he's going to try and charge through the line. 22 metres out. Here's Jerome Wilson. Jerome Wilson standing flat, as he so often does, trying to get the ball away, but sets it. Good run there by Whiting. Now it comes to Stafford. Stafford caught flat, and the Greens look a little bit disorganised here. Waite needs to...
Got to release him now. Got to release him, yeah. Probably right. There was nothing on there. He did well. Nothing on. Thrown the ball. Held his feet. Did well. 13.
Yeah, Keegan Stafford, as I mentioned before at the top of the broadcast, very strong, underrated centre in this competition.
I don't know much about him. Obviously, Strawny's out. Where's Strawny? Overseas.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell me? Yeah. But yeah, Strawny's obviously the danger man, but this bloke looks all right. Very strong in contact so
Yeah,
far
very
today.
strong. And you'd think if Strawn was there, he'd be back at fullback. Rouse potentially on one wing.
What's his best position, you reckon? Plays 9, 13, 15.
I don't think he's.
everywhere,
I don't
obviously.
think he's a 9 anymore. When he first, of course, came into first grade, all those years ago, he was a very good 9. But I think probably fullback.
Yeah, I remember playing 10 years ago, actually, in 2009. He was playing 13, but everyone said he was a 9. Used to come on and play bits and pieces at 9 late in the game and used to cut us up a bit, but yeah, dangerous wherever he plays. What's his 15-6 if he kicks it?
Yeah, 15-6 and the Greens still in it. Still 10 minutes to go before half time.
Oh, he's hooked that.
Hooked that one. That's,
Jeez. Not a good strike. You won't be happy with that.
that's like me off the third at Horizons.
Only the third, Gareth. Quick kick. Oh, Ben Ham, very clever.
Yeah, very clever
Away
there.
here.
So
Away
here they
the
come
Blues.
now. Keogh gets the little ball over the
bit
top.
too eager.
He had him there and he probably should have drawn him past rather than throw the flick at the
He
last
actually
minute.
threw a great flick pass. Tim Marsh not expecting it though, and he's
Oh, it was a ripper.
It was a ripper, yeah. But these guys are so unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do. Safe option might have been the way to go there, though.
They go to Milton this time. That is a better
clean
line
ball.
out. Oh, that's a poor pass by Clifton there. Floated out. In behind from Wade. Sikiotis now to Rouse.
They're away here, the Greens.
With Fowles on the outside. Fowles steps back on the inside. Fowles very good on his feet there.
Good meters, the Greens.
So here they come again.
Clip deep there. Wanted someone a bit flatter, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. And
the Blues got up nice and fast.
yeah, they really read that play there. And the line speed from the Blues again is very good. Milton now has to reach for the ball. Here's Whiting in the red headgear, charges
Good
towards
carry.
the line. Eddie Clifton thought he might have chanced his arm down short side there.
Ben Ham, Dan Kebbell.
Nice work there. I don't know about the penalty there. They say
the game's gone soft, doesn't it?
That was
just a good hit.
That was a brilliant hit
you
by
see so many of them.
two of the
around
best
the
hitters
test.
in the game, Kebbell and Ham. You can't take anything
Quick
away from
start.
that.
Here we
Here
go,
comes
the
Jerome
Greens.
Wilson coming
Into
back
them.
off his right, and again.
The Greens have numbers here.
Yeah, they need to get quicker ball here, the Greens, and Clifton again throws it flat to Rockaboro. Rockaboro gets there, does he? No, he doesn't, but they need it to the right here. The Greens, Stafford reaches around his ankles, drops the ball, comes out now, wait, flick pass there. Oh, great
Huge
defence
hit.
by the two Blues.
Nimmy, huge hit.
That could be a shoulder charge though, maybe.
I don't know. What's he's talking to his side. I think he's all right. I think the Greens had them there. I think they need to play with a bit of if you've got a front line of forwards, maybe a 5'8" in behind them. They had the Blues there.
Yeah, I think the ball at breakdowns is too slow as well.
Yeah, a lot of counter-rucking from the Blues at the moment.
So here they go, the two Blues. Can the Greens pressure their line out this time? No. Comes
Sloppy
off the
though,
top.
sloppy
It
ball.
is sloppy,
There you
and Keogh
go.
somehow
Good pressure
dives
from
on
the
it
Greens.
though, because that was a try time.
It's the last thing you want. 8 minutes to go before half-time. Greens.
It's a very good battle, isn't it, Keogh and Coffee?
Yeah, it is a good battle. Very good battle. Poor service, so poor tap-down ball from the line out. You've got to get your set piece right 5 minutes from your own line.
So scrum here. Do you think the Greens will attack the line? They've shown a bit of dominance here today.
Yeah, I'd be keeping the ball at number 8's feet and having a good crack, pushing as hard as you can. And then you probably truck Billy Coffee up possibly. Play footy off that. Big moment in the match though.
Holding tight here, the two Blues as the Greens
Here comes the shunt.
try and shove it
good shove
here.
from
This
the
is a very
Greens.
good shove. We haven't
Very
seen this
good
from the
shove.
Greens in a long, long time.
Penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty, or is it going to be a try? The referee plays on, and
He's try, is it? Or has he knocked that on?
No, it's going to be a
No,
penalty because he's
penalty.
dived through the scrum to put it down there. So they'll get another crack at it here, the Greens.
Yeah, under all sorts of pressure, the Blues. They don't concede a try here.
That's
Someone
exciting.
may go to the bin.
That gets me off my seat. Of course, the competition ladder almost setting itself there. Probably only the 5th spot up for grabs now. Lake Macquarie, Nelson Bay.
Yeah, it's interesting though. That top three, obviously, Hamo. I think they're in the top three, and then obviously these two teams are obviously there, second
And then
third at the
Maitland as well.
moment. Maitland, though, yeah, I reckon they might forge their way into that top three. Very important to get 2 bites of the cherry come semi-final time. It's so hard to win from 4th or 5th. So important. What Maitland got today? No.
What's that?
Maitland today. Do you know who they got? Don't know.
Couldn't. Maitland Bay. Maitland Nelson
Bay.
Bay.
Oh,
So bit up
big
the
game.
Bay. Yeah, we
So
had a hard decision here at Bar TV
Yeah.
what to cover.
Is Northcott in or out? Do you
He's
know?
in today.
In? Yeah. Makes
Looking
a
good.
huge
Saw him
difference
getting his
those
kale
days.
at Woolworths the other day.
All right. Good boy. Good boy.
The little general. Yeah, he's a big difference to them. And
interesting,
Rockaboro
interesting,
goes now, and
interesting,
he's
and he
going to
scored
go
that.
over. Is he there?
Has he got away with it?
I don't think he got there.
Scored that.
He's
Very interesting. Taking a quick tap when you've got so much forward dominance, but he's got away with that. It's good try. Well done. Well taken.
Yeah, well done
Blues
there.
will be
And it's
disappointed. A bit of a
threatening
scuffle.
to blow up here as well. And I can bet you it's not the wingers involved.
No, nor Luke Simmons.
I dare to say it could be
It's game on. They're back.
a couple of locks and a back row as we see the Bandlaw replay there. So as you said, game on. Green's back in this, 15-8 on the Street Property scoreboard here.
Probably a fair reflection at half time. If it goes in 15-10, probably a good reflection of the game so far. Tight.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been tight, hasn't it?
Good fight.
And the Greens will want to win this one apiece going into the semis. It'll give them a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Away from home as well. Were you here last week for the Wallaroos game?
I wasn't. I was at a reunion, actually. I had a 50-year Gold Rats reunion.
Jeez.
Played for the Gold Rats up in Lismore.
Jeez.
Great club. Loose club. Had a good time up there. Won a premiership. Good times. Good times, Gary.
You go to more shows than a magician.
I know. I'm tame these days, Gareth. Used to go to a few shows.
Oh, the flag goes up.
Good nudge.
You're almost at more shows than your brother-in-laws.
No one can top those blokes. They're loose bits of gear, those two. Actually, just had a baby the other day.
Oh, yeah. I did hear that. I saw my brother the other day. So 15-10 the score on the Street Property scoreboard. 3 minutes remaining. If the Greens can bag another try here, they'll consider themselves pretty lucky, I think, with the man down.
Here.
Yeah, they are going wide. Billy Coffey gets the palm out, gets to round one. Can he draw? Oh, he should have drawn and passed. He had Rouse on the outside.
Knock on. He's got him as well.
Yeah, the touch judge, good call there.
Did all the hard work and unlucky to lose the ball and contact.
How he didn't draw and pass there. He had Sam Rouse, who's one of the quickest players in the competition, on his outside.
Yeah, but a rush of blood to the head.
It would have been a good foot race between himself and Marsh then.
Yeah, very.
Marsh would have had to turn and chase,
boys.
but
Fast boys.
probably would have got him, do you think?
Interesting now. I'll see what the Blues do. A couple of minutes out from half time. Will their scrum hold up or could be a penalty scrum time? They're in trouble at this.
Yeah, they have
piece.
to
all sorts of trouble.
dig deep here, the two Blues.
Interesting formation. Blues back line very, very flat. Tim Marsh standing in front of the 12.
Yeah, I dare say they'll probably look for field position here. The two Blues get the Greens to play out of their own 22.
As I said, Luke Sherwood cannot kick. They're not kicking this. They have to run this. He cannot kick. He's a pop gun. A lot of pressure from the Greens at scrum time.
Blair Rush just losing his footing there. The referee will come to the other side of the scrum.
Huge pressure from the Greens. The Blues need to lock in here. They just need in and out, quick ball. Otherwise, they're in trouble.
Really tough match, this. And gee, your mates aren't looking after you, are they? With the beer run.
Half an hour ago. Unbelievable.
Well, maybe it's a good thing.
Wouldn't make full time otherwise.
Here comes Sinclair George.
A better scrum, but
here come the Greens on that secondary push.
Interesting.
That's unlucky for the Greens.
What happened there?
Oh, I think the rule has to definitely change because they're clearly dominating.
Interesting.
They are clearly dominating this Wanderers scrum.
As a Wanderers supporter, I'm happy, but I don't see how that's a penalty to the Wanderers. I know nothing about scrums, but I still don't see a dominant scrum.
Well, we obviously know nothing about scrums because the Greens just driving through and.
Interesting. Is it wheeling?
Yeah, they're calling it wheeling, but it's hard not to wheel it when the other team's going backwards. So here's Sherwood now, flat ball to Kevill. Kevill winds up, gets through the other side. Good run there by Kevill, who won't mind me now calling him a veteran. There's a good flat pass there to Simmons. Here comes Hicks down the sideline this time. Taken nicely.
Not what we needed there.
Yeah, poor ball there, poor execution coming into half time. Less than a minute remaining on the regular time. We may see a little bit of injury time.
Yeah, big chance for the Blues there. I'll be disappointed with that. Greens will go to Billy Coffey here for one hit, and then they'll probably kick from there.
I reckon they'll chance their arm here.
You think?
Greens.
I think Nimi
That's the way they
and
play it
Coffey
all
are going to
game.
hit each other
I
here.
think Billy Coffey.
Fireworks, here we go.
I think Billy Coffey will try and run around him again. He'll back his chances. Well, they need to get the scrum right first, the Greens.
Oh, there we go. He stopped that. I'll probably
a little
kick this
payback there.
Rockavoro's
Yep,
tapped
here
him,
he
he's
goes.
gone. Interesting again. You might want to kick out of there, but anyway. Playing footy.
No time left on the clock. Here's Milton now. Finds himself in at first receiver. Wasn't really expecting the ball. Now it comes back
I'll just exit here.
to wait. I think
Good
this will
nudge.
probably be half time,
It's
will
a
it?
great nudge.
If Simmons doesn't get the ball back in.
Oh.
Referee looks at his watch. No, we're going to get
Time for a line out.
another line out here. So I would have thought the Greens would have preferred to have the ball in hand rather than kick it
Yeah.
away there. So here comes Sherwood. Now Rockaboro comes out of the line.
Big hit, big hit.
He almost kevelled Kevel. Well,
Oh.
Keogh this time now. They've lifted here the
Billy and
Greens.
Rockavoro.
And Sam Dart getting
Double
over the
teamed.
ball as well. Here's Rush, finds himself out wide. Ashworth.
Bit side to side at the moment, the Blues, and have lost the ball. Poor
Yeah, they've
play.
lost the ball here. And the Greens look confused. And Eddie Clifton now, he tries to cut them up. Of course, very good touch football player.
Good feet, great feet from Clifton.
Sam Dart picks and drives. He's always first man there for the Greens. Here comes Rockaboro. Big Sever. Now Clifton. The ball bounces up. Oh, that's a lovely
Great
ball
ball.
there. Charlie Brown. Here comes Sam Dart. Takes one. Jerome Wilson throws the dummy to Milton and goes himself.
Blue
The
line,
Greens
stop
building here.
moving up here.
This is probably the best passage that the Greens have got
Yeah.
phase play by in the game.
Absolutely, the blue.
A little
defensive
inside
line, stop
ball to
moving up and
Sam
they're away.
Dart. Can't find support. I think that was meant for Billy Coffey there. Oh, Wait was last man standing there. Clifton was looking for
Didn't
runners.
want
There was
it.
no one there.
Yeah.
If they can slow it down here and pick and drive and draw in a couple of Wanderers
Oh, good
defenders,
hit.
I think that is what they need to do. As Sam Rouse now tries to get around, throws the dummy, little kick in behind, and at the end that's a waste of play.
Half time, there we go.
That'll be half time here, and the score 15-10 on the Street Property scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break in this Rams NHRU round 13 match of the round and come back with all the second half action.
Matty Hayward's round putting some blinds up for me, being a little handyman. Pop, yeah. Zipping around everywhere he wants. efficient lesson. I cleaned all the kids' washing baskets out because they're all up in Byron at the festival. All their washing baskets are empty. Mine's done. Like I even washed the last of the towel at the mountain. I know. At the moment, I'm just enjoying a couple of days with nothing. When it's only my stuff. Oh, there'll be shit everywhere. No. From the festive. Jake Christmas to Ocean Alley tonight. I'm watching them today. They're on live. I haven't talked to him, honestly, but I couldn't tell you. It's been a while. That's it, it's those bloody cold beers, Pop. What are they doing?
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Bar TV Sports Rams NHRU Match of the Round, brought to you by the Titan Group. Of course, it's 15:10 on the Street Property Scoreboard. And we thank everybody for tuning into this grudge match, this crosstown rivalry. There's so much of it, and with me, one of the two Blues legends of the Blue Room, Mark Sherwood. How'd you make the first half?
I think it was a good game of footy. Obviously, I think the scoreboard's pretty reflective of the game. Wanderers slightly on top, but the set piece, the scrum, especially from the Greens, dominating Wanderers. Very, very, a big turnaround anyway from the first round where Wanderers were dominant set piece. So Wanderers either need to sort that out or there'll be trouble.
Yeah, definitely. And off the kickoff as well, the Greens turning the ball over every time they had the chance. You see the Three Stooges going over there. Active finance sign. The coaches from the Merewether Carlton side.
Nice plug, Gareth.
Yeah, nice little plug there. Look at that. That's perfect. So here we go. Waite kicking off the second half. It's showtime.
Good take,
I love
Morel.
the take that time. Getting up and high. Ben Ham looking for the run. We'll find it. Offloads this time. He's been good today,
carry.
Alexander Reid.
Gone the wrong way there.
Yeah, Sherwood. He called the ball, I guess, and Sinclair George responded.
Carry
this time Kevel put on his back, have to roll away. Simmons in at first receiver. Good
They've got
flat
numbers
ball.
here. If they get quick ball here, they're away. They're away here, the Blues.
Yeah, Simmons comes back around.
One more pass, Morel.
Yeah, good run. Marsh was unmarked on the outside, and this time they go back to Reid, who takes a very good run up the middle.
It's good metres. Joan Wilson over the ball, though. Could go either way, this one.
What's the credit's got to go, I guess, to Dan Beckett as well, turning these two Blues around. No one expected them to be going as well as they are, and they've come out with a bang this second half.
It was a bit of a shambles, like early in the season, or early actually before, in the pre-season. Not many players at training. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Wanderers are schmozzle," but Dan Beckett
folding. I heard rumours of folding
No rumours of folding, Gareth. No, you got your mail, but it was definitely let's batten down the hatches. It could be a tough old year, but he's got a really, really good knack of getting people to bond together and play for each other, and he's done a great job so far this year, for sure.
And of course, the graphics displayed on your Bar TV sports screen designed by his brother down in Melbourne.
There you go.
Very smart man. So we go back to the action now. Eddie Clifton with the ball. The Wanderers scrum. It would have got a bit of a rocket at half time, but the Greens have been very good, as you said, and they hold that one nicely as well. Here comes Coffey looking to charge into the opposite. Goes back towards his forwards, makes it a bit easier for them to get around him. Whiting loses the ball, pops out. Good hit.
Football here, or in trouble for the Greens.
Here comes Keogh, has Hicks on the outside, doesn't look to pass, may not need to.
Good tackle from the Greens.
Yeah, Sikiotis gets in behind him there.
He's got penalised though. Play football.
Unlucky there, advantage getting play. Oh, good ball by Badalina. Ashworth takes it back in field. Safety first. Simmons now with it.
Good ball, Luke Simmons.
Oh,
Found
good hit there, Billy Dunn. Oh, Billy Dunn goes up high there. That'll be a penalty.
Not much in that though. Again,
it's
a game of rugby.
He hung his arm out. He's going to have a chat to him though. He might.
Don't
I hope he doesn't get a yellow card. But any contact around the head, I guess it is the law now, isn't it? That
it's so soft though. He slapped you in the face. Luke Simmons would have laid on the ground for 15 minutes if you hit him hard, but he hasn't. You don't give that.
He got straight back
penalty,
up.
That's it. Straight back up. That's the worst thing about the game these days, Gareth.
No, I agree with you.
Softness, a good hit around the chest these days, the yellow card. 9 times out of 10. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it definitely is, considering what some of the players used to get away with sort of towards the late 90s, early 2000s.
Gavin Lee in a grand final of third grade rugby for Wanderers. I think he got cited 14 times but didn't get a yellow card in the grand final against Muswellbrook at number 1 sports screen a number of years ago. How do you get cited 14 times but not get carded?
Grand final.
Exactly, you can't get sent off in the grand final.
Well, I did.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, against Hamilton. Against Hamilton.
There you go.
Got found not guilty at the judiciary though, so vindicated. Yeah, reserve grade over at number 1.
Interesting. Big kick here for Simmons.
Yeah, it is a big kick, isn't it? They will be beyond the try deficit there. And he has had that hamstring problem as well, so...
Yeah, he's done no kicking for the last couple of weeks. Only kicks on the Saturday. Slapped at that. Looks good.
Oh, that one goes up and over. So, 18-10.
Good kick, Simo. Holding his hip, though. I don't know if he's hurt that there or...
So, Simmons. You can see him there stretching as well. He may have got a little bit of a twinge there.
Yeah, definitely not 100%.
Better take this time. Not the best kick-off. Went a little bit too deep there, and Ben Ham
it's probably his worst of the day.
Jerome Wilson tries to rip the ball out, but just can't get there. And Sherwood takes them forward. Good run.
Good clean out, Dave Waller.
Ashworth takes a hit. Takes some pressure off the forwards. The forwards look as though they might be knocking up a little bit. Hot conditions out there. Oh, Sinclair George, good ball there, and Ashworth can't go with it. Oh, that's a penalty, so you can hear the Greens fans absolutely blowing up.
The Blues were playing very narrow there, but it sounded a bit of space down the short side. Good snipe from George.
It looks like is Blair Rush coming off the field? No, he's just wants to get there first.
Thinking about this next line out, I think. Good metres, Simmons.
Dave Waller there first. He's impressive, isn't he, Dave Waller? He's always he always seems to sniff out a try.
Yeah, for the size of the bloke, he's so strong, unbelievable.
Oh, that's a good line out there, straight to the back.
Great dart.
Here's Sherwood there, flat ball to Ben Ham. Ben Ham, had Kevill on the outside and looked inside. So here's Reed. Reed looking
Rockabora, good contact.
Yeah, drive forward. He's had a good game, Big Sever. Here's Ben Ham for another hit. Knows when to really lift his team, Ben Ham.
Come back the other way here. Blues.
Here's Simmons. He looks
Don't
like
have
he might be
numbers.
isolated. Coming in was Sever Rockaboro.
He got rocked.
He did. Sinclair George. Oh, Milton. Hit Kevel off the ball then.
Linesman hasn't seen a thing.
Well, the Wanderers crowd saw it, and the Merewether crowd kept quiet that time as Milton makes another tackle on Sherwood. You don't want to poke the beast, though, do you?
Never.
Simmons inside.
Oh, shoulder charge I think he's got in for there. Once again, I think that was soft.
Yeah, very
Play
soft.
on. Play. Let the boys play.
Advantage still being played as Simmons now goes
they've got
out
him here.
wide. Here comes Keogh.
Needs to give the ball.
Over the top to Marsh.
Chase
Marsh.
Good tackle.
Yeah, good tackle on the side. Well, they
And
come back for the
advantage
penalty.
over. There you go.
Advantage was over, yeah, wow.
Great D by the Greens. Good scramble. Interesting that Keogh held the ball up and didn't give it to the closest man to him. He threw it over the top to Hicks. Probably should have used the numbers there. Good dart.
Yeah, nice off the top there.
Billy Coffey, another carry.
Yeah, nice work by Billy Coffey. This
Pressure.
one comes off the top. Wait, under plenty of pressure there,
Lots
and
of pressure.
somehow got the kick away because he was steaming onto him.
Scramble. Big line out to the Blues here.
Couple of tweets in as well, if you do want to tweet us in at Bar TV Sports. Peter Ryan, lovely view from Mauritius there.
Pete Ryan.
Headbutt you Pelican.
What a legend.
I think he's referring to the incident we were talking about before of the grand final, where I was found not guilty. So here comes
Go Simmons.
Simmons to Ashworth. I thought Simmons probably could have took them on. Then
Good tackle, ball and all tackle, one on
Ashworth's been well contained.
one. Chase Hicks backing himself. Good strength.
Yeah, very good strength by Hicks. Penalty to the Greens.
Interesting.
That's a big let off there. I don't know about that.
I don't know what he's got him for. Maybe in the side, was it? I don't know. Don't know
Not
what's
releasing?
that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Good reliever, though, for the Greens. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, big stress reliever. They will be happy with that. You can see the coaching staff on the far side. Nick Gill, Nick Gill's pacing. He's intense. That
Another
comes
steal.
off the top.
Another steal from
Sinclair
the Blues.
George pops it up, and Sherwood goes forward.
It's actually a good carry from the little man.
He's had a couple of good carries in this second half.
They need to get some more direction here, the Blues. They look like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're
As I
just,
said, they
they're
looked
just
muddled
lacking.
there. Nothing was going on.
With Sherwood obviously taking a few more carries, they're just lacking his
Yeah.
direction and ordering his troops around. So
Even coming out of their own end a couple of minutes ago, they look very, very bunched. Got to get back to getting those voices, common voices. Luke Simmons, Luke Sherwood, talking to the troops again.
well, as a fly half, you don't take it.
No, you don't take
Offload.
You don't cut the ball.
Don't
No,
tackle, don't
no
get
tackles,
tackled.
No carts. You just pass. Pass and clap.
So here comes Eddie Clifton again.
Billy Coffey, another crash ball possibly, or maybe a dummy to Coffey.
Yeah, we might
Do
see
something, a bit of variation possibly. Oh, there you go.
Rockaboro at the back again.
Too many piggybacks to the scrum at the
I
moment.
think taking the tap for Rockaboro has probably been the better option than
It's worked so far.
going for touch.
Getting some metres here though, probably 30 or 42 off. Play footy from down the other end. It's a good nudge.
His young Waite has been good in the absence of Bright. He's filled the void nicely.
So was he playing twos before? Because the other bloke plays twos at the moment. What's his name? Brown-haired fella. Loves to chirp. Good mates of mine on the field. Always chirp together.
You've got me beat.
Brown-haired fella.
Comes off the top and Sikiotis, good run. Had fouls on the outside, fouls. Oh, that's a penalty. That should be a card, Luke. Mark.
No, he's going.
It's
he's
going to be a card for sure.
Teasing him. Interesting though.
So Reed.
Not much in it.
Oh, Keogh
I
it
do
is.
hate cards.
Yeah.
Either side, I hate them.
Oh,
They're a joke. Keep them in the pocket, refs.
I don't think there was that much in it, but you could see the intent by the referees. He walked over.
Definitely a big mid in there. Obviously, it's a penalty, but
yeah, it's definitely a penalty. But I don't know about a card.
You see 4 or 5 in the game. Let the boys play. 15 on 15.
It's a good chance here for the Greens to get back into this. So
huge 10 minutes.
Finds the sideline.
And he's just inside the Blues 22. Short line out. Roccavoro out in the centres. Possibly a big carry and play off that.
Charlie Brown at the front. They go to. Oh,
Huge
that's a
hit.
lovely ball. That's
Davey
not
Waller.
a bad move. Billy Dunn now driven back.
Good hit from the winger as well.
Eddie Clifton taking that step, and Whiting goes forward.
Greens have got numbers if they can move the ball to space here.
Eddie Clifton wrestling for the ball. Wait in behind. Here's Billy Coffey. Billy Coffey now runs forward. Eddie Clifton takes a little scamper out the back. Here comes Wade going for the try line. Yes, he will. He'll get there.
Eddie Clifton made that. Great snipe.
Yeah, good snipe. We mentioned before how good he is around sniping.
Yeah.
Does take that step when he passes, but when they get good, fast front foot ball, the Greens, he's very dangerous for the back of the breakdown.
That was brilliant. It was 2-on-2 on that blind side. He's picked the ball up, drew one in, put his bloke away. Good play. She's back on. 18-17 or 18-15 with the kick to come.
Yeah, kick to come. 18-15. Tough kick as Sam Dart comes from the field. Got more minutes than he probably expected there.
He works hard, that bloke. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a very good player. I know.
Not a huge unit for a forward, but gets about, does his job well. Good player.
Well, I think he's won the club's players player for the last couple of years.
Yeah, not surprising. Big kick.
He's a good-looking prop, isn't he, that Charlie Brown for the Greens?
Because he looks like you. Is that why?
Yeah,
that's Nathan Ford.
It is, sure. Isn't it?
Look at that from the back.
Look how sunburned he is.
Oh, they got him.
They're going to have to pack the SPF 30 next time. So coming in now, nice kick. He's driven that towards the goal, but unlucky there for the Greens. So behind on the scoreboard, 18-15 on the Street Property scoreboard. They've done the old switcheroo, the two Blues.
It's interesting. Look at the two teams' body language. Blues, heads down. Not great body language for them. They need to change
Still 25 to go as well. There's
plenty of time.
A lot of footy left in this match.
The Greens have got their tails up, that's for sure.
Off the side of the boot, Roccaboro gets the ball and
he's held him up. Dan Kebble's held him up. Oh, he's
that is
asking,
very strong.
He's got his knees to the ground. You've got to let go of him.
Yeah, unlucky there for Kebbell. Good strength. The two bigger men, the two biggest players on the field, you'd say.
A good battle between those two, actually.
It has. Yeah, Roccaboro absolutely belted him in the first half.
Good piggyback for the Greens, though. It's everything's going the Greens right at the moment. Back over halfway, or just shy of halfway.
That one's off the side of the boot. Yeah, so just before halfway, as you mentioned there, and I'd like to see the Greens come up with some options here. Taking at the back.
Line, but they've got the ball anyway.
Here's Wait. Wait takes the line on. Billy Coffey comes in behind. Nice drawing pass to Rouse this time. Rouse loses his footing, though. He had fouls on the outside. Eddie Clifton loses the ball, goes for the dart. There was an opening there.
Won't be happy about
that. A and B defender.
The Blues did well then. One man down in the backs and just good slide defence. You see Chase Hicks and George Ashworth just moving together nicely. Two of them versus four Greens players. Cut them down well.
Yeah, when they play quicker footy, the Greens, it's where they're dangerous. That is for sure.
Well, both teams, that's their style, up-tempo rugby.
I just think the set piece for the Greens, for it to work for them, they have to be quick, and they have to get quick ball in because.
Be interesting with no Nimi playing 12. Be interesting to see what we do here. Whether George Ashworth crashes up or they go a cut one to chase 6. A man down though limits your options.
It does limit the
10.
options. And it's the prop.
Good scrum again from the Greens.
I know it's Keogh off. Here comes Marsh.
He speeds
we
up.
know he's very quick. He's wrapped
Well
up
rounded
nicely
up.
by Sikiotis.
Good metres though for a team that's got one less back. Good metres. Be happy with that, the Blues.
Hasn't scored as many tries over the last couple of seasons as his first year, but still very quick, isn't he?
Oh, Dylan Rowney used to make him look like a god. So he's so fast, but Dylan Rowney used to put it on a
Yeah, he did,
for him.
yeah.
And he's again this year with chase 6, but yeah, definitely hasn't scored as many tries since Dylan Rowney departed. I think this year, though, he started last sort of 3 or 4 games, started to back himself again. Very indecisive the last sort of
Yeah, a little
year
bit
and
lacking
half.
confidence. He was moved around a little bit
He
too.
was, yeah, played a bit of 13, played a bit of 15 over the last couple of years, but he's an out-and-out
He's an
winner,
out-and-out,
speedster.
he is.
He's a try scorer.
Very, very much like Richard Hankin,
True, yep.
former Wanderers player. Off the top again.
Good line out, Blair
Here
Rush.
comes Kebbell. Kebbell winds up.
Oh, good hit.
tackle.
Who was
In
that?
the middle there.
Big hit.
So I think it's the replacement that
I think
came
they're
on
into it as well, the
there. They are
boys. They're into it.
Yep. Oh, that was an
They're into
elbow
it.
there as well.
They're
so
into it. They're into it. They're still into it.
yeah, Sinclair George doesn't know where to throw it.
Oh, I think
I'll
it's
tell
the
you
big
what,
prop.
the guys in the middle of
prop.
the park know where to throw it. We're going to
Oh,
see
they're into it
some-
again.
Oh,
18.
that's
Kevy's in a giving
this
one.
is a very,
There you go.
very
I think
good.
number 18 might spend a bit of time on the sideline. Kevy might be joining him, though, I'd say.
Yeah, I think a couple of players might find
Yeah.
themselves with an early shower here.
Well, the cards, the refs love getting cards. There'll be a couple of reds and there could be
Yeah.
a couple of yellows as
Yeah,
well.
I think we'll be left with 11 players here.
Number 18 for the Greens has just walked on. I think he's going to walk straight back off.
Well, he had a tough reserve grade game as well.
He did. Threw a few in reserve grade as well.
Did he?
From memory, yeah.
Oh,
Angry
still
man.
on here.
Still going, the boys.
Yep. Hashtag, yeah, the boys.
Car park, 5 o'clock. See you later.
That's it. Oh, wouldn't you love to be out there just listening to the spruik,
Oh, be plenty of talk from some of the
the
backs.
budgie chests out.
Yeah. Oh, hold me back, hold me
Yeah,
back.
I'll be back. Yeah, I've heard some good ones in my time. I'll punch you that many times you think you're surrounded.
I had a good one from Matthew Johns. He said he hit me that many times with his left. I was gagging for a right. Daniel Kewell, I think he's got some claret coming out, spitting blood
Yeah,
out.
he-
Not
there
sure
were
if it's the
punches
nose or
flying
the,
everywhere, both. I mean, it was a fairly good dust up, to be fair.
the two captains had hold of each other. I don't think they threw one each, but they were threatening.
I haven't seen a good dust up for a good number of seasons.
The worst
Because
thing
that-
is, I'd say
bet you-
both teams will probably lose 2 or 3 players for 4 or 5
I bet
weeks.
you're upset Active Finance isn't sponsoring the Magic Moments this year.
That's right, that's right.
that would have made it for sure. Of course, this match brought to you by Rams and the Titan Group, our broadcast partner. Of course, proud sponsors of the Maitland Rugby Club as well.
Red headgear.
Red headgear was the guy, Whiting from the Greens. I think he was the third man in.
Right. What
And
started?
that's a-
I don't even know how it started.
I think it was just a good tackle.
Good tackle.
Good tackle,
Solid
bit of
line.
spruik,
Yeah.
bit of sledge on the bottom.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'll get you back.
Well, the Greens player made a mistake. He was on the ground and threw the first punch, I think. So
You never do that. I haven't thrown many
Rookie
times, but
mistake.
I would never throw one when I'm back.
uh,
I'd smile.
it's almost the reverse coward's punch, throwing one on the ground with your back on the ground,
idiot's
looking up.
punch, is it, or- the bonehead punch.
Yeah, the idiot's punch.
Interesting, though. This could turn the game here. 18-15, game in the balance. A red to either side could really turn it one way or the other. I reckon there's going to be a couple of cards. Refs love giving cards these days.
Yeah.
I'd say a red both sides and maybe a yellow to one way or another, just because they love it. I'd love to see just shake hands, move on, 15 versus 15. Let's go again.
Let's have another one.
They won't, though. These blokes love giving cards.
Yeah, so he's calling a few players out. The clock stopped.
Dan
Crowd
Kettle first to
favourite,
be
Dan
called
Kettle.
out. Yeah.
Of course, played in the Greens colours.
Played for both
Won a grand
sides.
final.
That's right. Dual
It's
premiership
rare, isn't
winner. Greens and blues.
He's only got the yellow, so he'd be happy with that.
I thought he'd get a red, but
I thought he would. And it wasn't because of what he did. I just thought he would have because it was him.
Exactly right, yeah.
Which is unfair.
Exactly right.
He's one of the
unfair.
best players in the competition.
I expected it just because. A lot of tough guys giving some abuse from the sideline.
Yeah, a lot of chirpers.
Car park, 5 o'clock, boys. I'll see you there.
He just said that then. I saw I could mouth.
And you won't see one of those blokes in the car park at 5 o'clock.
Here he goes. Whiting.
Red headgear. There he goes.
I would imagine he'd almost going to get sent because he came in with I said on the call, the elbow to the head of
Is that what
Kevill.
started it, you think?
No, that's not what started it. He came in as the third man. So I think losing the prop is probably worse than losing a second rower, back rower.
He's influential, though. Kevill's influential.
So they're still having a bit of a chat there as well.
They should move those chairs apart. Just to go again, are you?
And the penalty to the two Blues. So there we go.
You'd throw that over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd definitely throw it over. 18-15.
Yeah. Up by 6. Throw it over Luke Simmons. The hip last time, though, he hit that last ball and he's held that hip and started stretching it.
Yeah, he has.
Hopefully he doesn't
So
think about
is
this
it
with
the
this.
hip or the hamstring?
No, it's a hip. Yeah, no, hip flexor injury.
Because he does have the hamstring heavily taped as well. But he's had that hamstring taped for quite a while, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. Just watching these two chairs and seeing if they're talking to each other still.
So Simmons in front. You'd expect him to throw this one over.
Yeah, man of this experience, he shouldn't miss this.
18-15 on the street property scoreboard. 21-15 if successful.
It's been a cracking match, though.
Oh, it's been an absolute ripper.
Ding dong. She's up.
That one over. So 21-15 on the street property scoreboard here for the Titan Group on Bar TV Sports.
The crucial thing here, Gareth, is this kick-off. This bloke, if he gets the hang time right again, the Greens get the ball back. All of a sudden, the Greens are back on top.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the Greens go here. Well, they're all in front of the kicker then. As Milton comes down, good take that time by the two Blues right on the 22.
That's strong from Morel. Going the short side.
There they go, right to
Tim
Marsh. And Marsh, he's been well contained by Sikiotis in this second half. Oh, came in with a flying.
That was nice. Blues have got numbers here.
They have.
They need to move the ball now. Move the ball now. They're
Fowles
away.
is calling his players out. Little kick in behind.
That's a
Good
good
option
nudge,
there
actually.
by Simmons. Rouse is there to cut it off, though. And back now to Fowles. Fowles steps inside Hicks and gets back towards the forwards. He's absolutely nailed. And Sherwood comes over the top. Very good
counter.
counter
Side, though, in the side. Fair call in the side.
Yeah, came
the
in from
Greens
the
have
side.
numbers here.
Yeah, they do have the numbers. Can they use it? They've got Milton on the outside. Milton, he's quicker than he looks. Very deceptively quick. Gets around Marsh. Inside ball. Didn't need to throw it. Ashworth goes towards the touchline. Advantage being played to Merewether Carlton, but Milton didn't show some. I saw him last year. He scored a try from about the 30 metres out from his own line, and he ran the length of the field.
He's fast. Tim Marsh, probably the fastest guy in the comp, and he's showed him some heels.
Well, remember that name, Milton. So Keogh now, he's going to have a bit of a chat to the referee.
He's back on, is he? Just come back on.
Yeah, he is.
So the Wanderers were down to 13
They
for
were.
a second there. Yeah, right. I'm missing a few things here, Gareth.
That's why I've got you up here.
Wanderers in D. Greens ball.
Yeah, it's a Greens
Greens
feed.
ball.
And the Greens look very flat.
Big
here.
passage of play. Billy Coffey hit up again, I'd say.
Yeah, Sikiotis has come around as well. Billy Coffey back in, maybe towards the angle there where Tim Marsh is standing, you'd think.
It's just such good front football when you play off Billy. Always carries hard for a
Well, you
cycle
would have
as well.
played a fair few games with him as well.
Played on the sting most of the time. But yeah, power winger. He was a power
Yeah, very
winger.
good. He's a good
never
winger, wasn't he?
Just a power winger.
Becoming a very good centre as well. They hold the scrum well there, the Greens, considering
Oh,
they're
snipe.
down the prop. Oh, Eddie Clifton there.
Good snipe, good metres.
Yeah, good clean out too there by Rockaboro.
Good front foot ball here for the Greens.
Yeah, they'll have to pick and drive. No, they go to Rockaboro. He came out of that ruck from the clean out and wants to do it all.
Very narrow to the
I
Greens.
thought
their
that's
attack.
coming in from the side
Very
there. Yeah,
narrow.
so he's pinged him.
Yeah, penalty advantage. May as well chance
He's
to run
Charlie
here.
Brown.
Oh, has he lost that?
Oh, he's lost
No.
it behind him, but
Come out
Eddie
for the
Clifton
penalty.
looking for it. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty and 21-15 down.
What do you do?
You've still got 10 to go. I'd take the shot.
Throw it over.
You're going to take the tap though.
They're tapping, they're playing.
Here's Rockaboro. Goes
Wanderers need to start moving off
towards
their
the
line.
post. They need
Getting
quick ball here.
very,
The
very
Greens. Oh,
soft,
Milton
their
gets
line
it.
here.
A little bit wrong-footed. Had to reach for it. Eddie Clifton again. Goes to Coffey. Coffey
Good
picked
tackle,
up
George
by
Ashworth.
Ashworth. Yeah, that's very good. Here comes Milton again. Milton.
Very narrow. Oh, hit the
They
Greens.
need
have got
very
him
quick
here.
ball here. The Greens.
have them.
Rockaboro.
They spin the
getting
ball.
the
they've got
ball.
them.
Goes along the
Oh,
ground.
Nimmy came out.
Somehow gets it away. Sikiotis going for the corner.
He's so close.
Oh,
So close.
Stafford
That's a great
driven back
tackle.
that time. Yeah, he was very. I
Too
can't believe
high.
he couldn't get the arm out. Yeah, that's. If you're a
Too-
winger, you've got to get down low.
See it, 2 upright.
There's one of the players in the incident. He
Yeah,
started, I guess. As Jerome Wilson takes them forward.
it's a good carry.
Coming around the. Oh, wait. Had to jump for it. Gets away from one. Gets away from another. Dances in field. Here comes Eddie Clifton again. Now finds Charlie Brown.
Good D there from the Blues. Got to hold steady. Numbers here.
Oh, lovely
Greens
ball
away.
over the top by Coffey.
Try.
Sikiotis for the corner. Comes around. And that's a very good try to the Greens. Gets them within 1 point. 21 points to 20
Great match of football.
with a kick to come. Yeah, good building, good passage of play there by the
he's
Greens.
Stayed patient. Really, really good football from the Greens.
And it's something we haven't seen from, I think, from their side for the last couple of years, where they haven't really built that phase play. They look to score, having Jay Strawn there off the first or second phase.
It was
In
good.
the set.
Good patience. They seemed really narrow in patches there, but then they spread really well. And when they did that, moved the ball really, really well. Very accurate. Huge kick.
Yeah, big kick.
10 to play. Throws this over. They get the lead for the first time in the match. The Greens.
Plenty of old boys here today for the Two Blues.
See, back to Wanderers Day. Always a big day.
Jeremy Sargent
Big
just
one in the
walking
Canada.
past us. Strutting past
Legend.
us. Yeah.
With Pinko.
Yep. Another legend. Of course, the rep coach, Stu Pinkerton, comes in. It's a kick they need to convert, and this one waved away. So with 10 to go, we will have a bit of extra time due to the fisticuffs we had.
Yes. Great game of footy. Big last 8 minutes.
So kick off here. Simmons. Oh, they let the ball bounce again. Clifton comes up with it. Now Clifton's going to take the hit up. And they'll have to pick and drive here, the Greens. Someone spits out of the breakdown there. Jerome Wilson picks and drives, and it's still the back. Clifton's still yet to get to his feet. Now he's there at the back of the breakdown. Now it goes to Rockabora. Rockabora gets a big arm free, and Clifton cleans it up. It goes to ground, and Billy Coffey now.
Straight and hard.
Only knows one way. Oh, that's a good hit there. Keogh was a...
Absolute numbers again, though.
Yeah, here they come. Tom Waite
Good D.
takes it himself. Clifton looking for runners. Rockabora there again.
The Greens have got numbers again if they go to the left. They seem to have
Here's
numbers
Jerome
everywhere at the
Wilson.
moment.
He goes
Too many
himself. Wanderers going backwards here. They look up against it. Can the fitness of the Greens get them over the line here? It's 21-20 on the Street Property scoreboard.
Back in the pocket, the 10. What's he going to do? Have a run.
Yeah, Wade had no options there. Had to take it back towards his forwards.
Oh, huge play.
That's a penalty,
They
so...
lost their way there. They look good, the Greens.
yeah,
there,
they-
and they lost
they
their
lo-
way.
yeah, they
Just
did
that
lose
one
their
phase.
way.
It's weird.
You've got Waite standing back in the pocket
They
where
had
he
numbers
needs to
left,
be either
numbers
left or right.
and then they just didn't do anything with it.
Well, you know yourself, as playing in the pivotal role of fly half, you need to be out there in that situation and
It was
and
strange.
directing them around.
They looked like they had numbers left. They looked like they had numbers right, and all of a sudden the 10 dropped back in the pocket, and they went back to him. Everyone thought he was going to kick, and he ran. It's a bad kick from Simmons, and he's pulled at that hip again. It's all the Greens.
coming on the
Look
field
at
as well.
the.
So it's been 10 minutes.
Here they come, the
Quick
boys.
10. Looks like Ty Watini's coming on the field as well.
Charlie Brown gets a rest. Good shift from the big fella.
Yeah, good run. Charlie
He's a
Brown.
massive asset to the Greens.
There we
Huge.
call him Snoopy.
Well played, big man.
Yeah,
Well
look at
played.
him. Good
Very strong
game.
effort.
That is
The Greens
Nathan
love him,
Forshaw.
mate. The Greens love him.
Yeah, they love a short, fat prop.
We all.
I'm sure he won't mind me saying that either.
Not straight.
He's had a very good game. Not
I'll get away
straight,
with that,
yeah.
mate, the
Got
boys.
away with that. Ben Ham now.
hit.
Good tackle.
Good hit. And straight into it, the two boys that we just had a fight
Yeah,
before.
straight back into it.
Doesn't want
Sherwood didn't really want it there. He called it to go
No.
the other side, but a little bit disjointed there, the two Blues.
Yeah, got their stuff back together.
Here's Ben
Looks
Ham.
like all Merewether at the moment.
Well, Ben Ham's the man to do it. Normally lifts his side. And
Good line speed, the Greens.
very good line.
Well
speed.
done, Dave
Jerome
Waller.
Wilson, the captain, leads them off the line, and Wanderers calling for offside, but there was nothing wrong with it at all. As Hicks now,
Strength, good strength, Chase Hicks. 2 or 3 green bodies on him.
he's probably one of the best pickups of the season in
Huge.
the competition.
Absolutely. Good quick ball there, the Blues.
Here's Rush. Oh, no, sorry, Reed it is.
Good carry from Alex. Good
Yeah,
hit
good
though as
tackle.
well.
Yeah, he's a good find.
Billy
Here comes
Dunn,
Kevill
great
now.
tackle.
Kevill, what can he do? Add some spark to this attack.
Not a great ball. Not very fluent at the moment, the Blues. Need to get
No,
some
both sides really losing their way,
carry,
aren't they,
good
in
tackle.
attack?
Numbers here.
Yeah, Ben Ham. Look
Good
to
play.
pass here. Sinclair
Well.
George with a long ball out to
Luke Sherwood doesn't like
Sherwood.
the space.
Oh, there he goes. Tries to bulldog his way
Yeah.
in field, but that's a good run,
Yeah.
good option.
It was really tough.
Went
there.
forward. And it's
You
a
don't-
Greens line out, so I
Don't
dare
hang on
say
the
they'll
wing
pressure
with
it.
no pace, and you're that small, and you're that ugly.
He's tried to bump off
Good D, the
the
Greens.
tackler there.
They've lost their way a bit in the attack, both sides.
Yeah, both sides have. I think
Calm
fatigue
down, have a
really
breather.
setting in, isn't
Exactly right. Exactly right. The 10s need to control this game from here on.
it? It's really where
Plenty of
probably
chat.
Merewether Carlton miss the influence of Sam Bright,
Yeah.
I dare say.
Also, his kicking game, he bites off 60 metres every time he nudges the ball, so I miss that for sure.
He's 15 points a game as well. So
Yep.
the
a couple of kicks as well, the Greens. So, yeah, massive.
Take nothing away from this. A young man out here. But
he's playing a good game, the tenor. He's played a really good, solid game. Missed a couple of kicks, but he's done well. Steered the ship well.
Yeah, just at his back end, he needs to take control of the game. Looks like Stafford is taking the hit up.
Unfortunately, I think the Greens' body language looks a bit better than the Blues at the moment. I think they're getting the upper hand. 3 to go.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go, but
how many stoppage time?
I think we had probably 5 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah. So probably 8, you reckon, to play.
So plenty in it.
Good math, Mark Sherwood.
Yeah, very good. Get your home loans.
3+5.
Active Finance can put together a package. And of course, the match brought to you by the Titan Group.
The Greens are running this. No kicking. Interesting
Yeah,
setup.
definitely need to keep the ball in hand.
Working out the back. A Billy
that's a
Coffey
good
dummy.
scrum. Very good scrum by the two Blues.
It's going to be a
See,
green
in the
feed
first
again,
half, the Greens got penalised against for exactly the same thing. I don't understand.
Boring in, go. Boring in.
And the two Blues. So certainly missing Charlie Brown already in that scrum.
He's obviously huge.
Yeah.
You know, weight, good technique, big body. Bit of heckle.
Roddy Scott on the sideline, back from his
Club legend.
Scottish sojourn. Is he back for good?
Mate, no one knows. He disappears, he comes
He
back.
does,
He
doesn't he?
disappears, he comes back.
The man of mystery.
He does so much for the club. He's awesome, though.
There's a bit of stoppage here as well. Both sides looking to get back up, sucking in the big ones. Jerome Wilson with a bit of a leg complaint out there. They'll need him to stay on the field.
The Greens replacement here. He goes. He's going, the captain.
And having a good chat to each other there.
Yeah, Ben Ham and his captain. Counterpart.
Young bloke in the 20s coming on.
Good player. Wilson. He can play.
Yeah, he is a
Footballer.
very good player. Former rugby league player for the Butcher Boys.
What's he done? A calf or something?
Yeah, I think he was clutching at his calf. Popped a calf.
That can be bad injuries for old fellas. Had a few shotguns.
I'm unsure how old he actually is. I don't think he's over 30. But a calf injury can make
that's a
you old.
weird
Oh,
scrum,
Eddie
isn't it?
Clifton with plenty of space down the short side.
He's
The scrum
fast,
was going
so
backwards.
fast.
Eddie Clifton
Weird
picked
scrum.
up.
No one seemed to have a sentence. He was just rolling around on itself. Good charge.
probably-
Great charge. I think the Greens have got him here as well. They go
Here
wide.
they come again. Bottini this
probably-
time.
They went 1-2. Had to go at the back.
Yeah, they
end.
had to go at the backs
to
that
go at the
time.
back.
They've slowed the play down now. Rockaboro
The
looking to
Blues-
get them back on this front foot here, the Greens.
Good carry.
As they come into the two Blues half. So Clifton to Coffee finding half a gap. Losing the ball forward. So no time in regular time here at the ground. There will be a bit to play though.
They need to move the ball here, the Blues. Play football. Don't go into their shell. They've got him here. A forward and a back marking two backs.
Oh, good ball
he's
by
on a
Kevill
miss
to
ball.
Ashworth. Ashworth with a bit of space now. Young
Good
Fowles
carry, Ashworth.
gets
Good
around
tackle.
him. I thought he might have tried to get around him there, but
Good
tried
play.
to
And give him.
get over. Oh, good ball by
Great play.
Kevill. Kevill lighting it up now. Good run by the two Blues. Piers Morell.
Move the ball to space. Try time here.
He's been good out there today, hasn't he, Morell? Is now here comes Marsh
Marsh
chiming
is
in.
away.
Here he goes, Tim Marsh. Inside
good
ball. Hicks. Hicks can't get the ball away though. Inside the 22.
Davey Waller. Oh, Pierce Morrell.
Oh, lovely
Alex
ball by
Reid.
Morrell.
He's
Reid,
isolated here, though.
5 metres out now, and it's all Wanderers. They go back towards the short
Luke
side.
Simmons.
Simmons!
Oh, he's so close.
Very short. Here's Reid again. Reid puts
Good
his
carry.
head down and he goes
He
over and he
wide.
scores. Reid in injury time.
Guilty.
Yeah, good play there. Tim Marsh injected himself, as we'll see on the Banlaw replay. Came around, really influenced that try, and then a couple of pick and drives. I thought Simmons was in. Would have been a fairy tale.
Would have been a great finish for Simmons.
And they go out to 26-20, and it's looking harder and harder for the Greens now with a little time left.
If he knocks this over, it's game over. If not, game's still on. Interesting. Be good for Luke Simmons to knock this one over, put it out of reach. The Greens.
Yes,
they're
so
walking
pressure
out.
kick for Simmons.
No support.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be walking
I'll
out.
be walking out. If he misses this, it's game on.
There's still a fair bit to play in the game, given the injury time, but some of the Greens crowd leaving the ground. So that's 6 minutes to play in the game. We've got confirmation from the Specsavers referees. So confirmation, 6 minutes to play. Simmons comes in with a kick and it goes across. Oh, he's missed that one. So it is.
He's missed.
It's still game on. 26-20.
6 minutes to go.
6 minutes
Plenty
to
of football
go.
in this.
Wanderers under 9 come down to the ground level 3 with some
That was a massive kick.
looking for you.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick off there. Perfect. Oh, taken nicely though. Oh, spits out to the
lost
side.
ball. Lost that, have they?
No, I don't think they
Yeah,
have
he's
lost
blowing
it.
his whistle.
Yeah, knock on. Oh,
Oh,
it's called
it's a-
knock on
geez,
Wanderers.
I think it was the
Interesting.
original knock back, and I think the second one might have been a knock on by the Blues, but I'll get away
In
with
any
that.
case,
We'll take it.
the Greens in a good position. Their scrum
Wouldn't you want
affected
Charlie
by
Brown?
the loss of Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Looks like he's coming.
Get Charlie Brown on the field right now. That's what you
Looks
want.
like he's coming to the side of the field there.
If you have a standard back line, you drop back in the pocket, you probably kick this one down 60 metres downfield, but the Wanderers back line isn't a standard back line these days. They'll be running this.
Yeah, so what do you do in this situation? 5 minutes to go now, and the two Blues need to hold on to this lead. Do you try and score points, or do you
Well, that's the only way that this Blues side know how to play. I
attacking
think
mentality?
I'll throw Nimi up. The 12 will just crash the ball up and they'll play footy off that.
So here he goes. Crossfield, good tackle there. They've taken him well. That's the best.
Good tackle, yeah.
They've
Slow
done
ball.
nailed
Need
him.
to pick a ball on
Simmons
that.
now comes around. Marsh
Good
links
play.
up with Hicks.
Hicks.
Hicks with
Go
another
Hicks.
good palm down
Jeez,
the
he's good.
sideline. Hicks with the inside ball. No, Rockaboro.
Rockaboro.
Oh, nice little kick there by Foul.
That's
Rouse.
a great tackle, Rockaboro. He's hurt Hicks as well.
Yeah, he came from nowhere, didn't he, Rockaboro?
That's great cover defence from the big man.
The big veteran.
A 74-year-old.
Yeah, 74. He's got to be older than Peter Maxwell, doesn't he?
He must be. Birth certificate says no.
And I think he's 43. Marty Lasua
Marty's got to know. I reckon Marty's got
just
to
turned 50.
Yeah, 56.
Yeah, there's some stalwarts in the Rams NHRU. Just can't let it go.
Need to retain that ball, the Blues. Good cover defence from the Greens, though.
So the Greens with another injury as well out there. So Clifton.
Might be the last
good
roll of the
scrum. Well,
dice
that's
for the
a better
Greens.
scrum.
Good scrum. Good
Sinclair
ball.
George really pressuring Clifton. Here comes
Good hit. Nimi,
Stafford.
great hit.
Oh,
he
he
stole
stole
the ball as
too.
well.
That's
huge.
That is a brilliant piece of
Huge
play. Huge play.
At this stage of the game, that's a huge play. Need to hold the ball. He's lost it, has he? No, he's
Madalena's still got it.
He's done well. Keep that. They just need to kill the game here, the Blues. Be sensible here.
Yeah, just one off, pick and drive, slow it down. Probably 3 minutes remaining by my reckoning. Waller now.
Good carry, Waller. Be smart. Don't be silly.
Well, a little knock on at the back there, but
another good carry.
Keogh, he's
solid.
been outstanding out there today, hasn't he? Sinclair George.
Oh, big
Nice
hit.
little short ball. Yeah, the hits are
hit.
still coming. And here comes Simmons with inside ball to Sherwood, who's taken.
Good hit as well.
Thought he may have lost that full, but no, safe as house.
Marsh.
Now Marsh down the wing.
Still making metres.
Yeah, looking dangerous now.
Alex
They pick
Reid
and
needs to
drive.
get up. Hurt in midfield. Just need to retain the ball. That's all I need to do
Run.
here.
By the skipper. Short side. Here goes Marsh.
Big
And Marsh.
Oh, he's close.
Oh, he's very
Great
close. The
defence for
Greens are coming.
again.
Last-ditch effort.
Oh, pick and go. Might have been the right option there. And
And then they go.
There we
Picking
go.
off. And
Ben Ham.
too easy. Ben Ham does it for his side here in round 13. And that's pretty much game, you'd say.
It is Ben Ham. Great skipper's knock.
You'll see on the Bandlaw replay, the play was going towards the sideline. He just peeled off. No one was there.
It might have been his name. It might have been his lookalike. It might have been Pierce Morrell.
Morrell wasn't.
Nah, I think it was Ben Ham.
You can tell.
They look so alike. Both work so hard.
Ben everywhere, Ham.
Great game of footy.
Yeah, he's certainly the leader out there now for the two Blues, isn't he? And leads by example. He's a full 80-minute player.
He's a great
as they
leader.
say.
Leads by, as you said, leads by example. He's a great man to follow. The Greens played so well, though. Good game of footy. Coaches won't be too unhappy, I don't think. Timmy Wolf.
Yeah, the Greens leaving the building now. Foregone conclusion, 31-20, kick to come. Unlucky.
Massive shift from both sides, though.
Yeah, good game.
Great game of footy.
Probably the match of the year so far on Bar TV Sports. Comes
Thrown it
across
the
and
face.
unlucky there.
Good.
And that'll be
This is all
full
done.
time. So quickly before you go in this Rams round 13, thanks for joining us today. Who was your best on ground?
Best on ground. Ooh.
On the spot. And you're not allowed to give it to her back. That's the rules.
Can't give it back?
Yeah, that's the rules.
All right. I'll go Ben Ham then. Just lead by example. Try at the end. Well deserved. I haven't seen him play a bad game ever.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. He was Ben everywhere, Ham, as we call him here on Bar TV Sports. Followed closely by Piers Morrell and of course, the front rower there by the two Blues. Good game there, 31-20. Thanks for joining us, Mark Sherwood. We'll be back next week with the match of the round.
Cheers, Gareth.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We've been trying to get him for a couple of years. Mark Sherwood and Bar TV Sports. I'm Gareth Wozniak, and we'll catch you next time.